Hello guys, I welcome all of you to this video. Now the marketing case study that I'm going to discuss today is by far the one of the most interesting marketing case studies that I've ever taken up. And as you see on my screen, it's going to be about Lijjat Papd. And this case study will actually tell us the journey of this particular brand from 80 rupees. Yes, 80 rupees to 1600 crore rupees. Right? That is the turnover, that is the current turnover of this brand Lijjat Papd in today's date. यार 80 रुपए हमें मिल जाते हैं, हम क्या सोचते हैं मोमोज खा लेंगे, मैगी खा लेंगे और ये लोग 1600 करोड़ की कंपनी बना ली है. So that is what we are going to discuss today कि ऐसा क्यों हुआ, what is that one strategy that really worked out for them. So watch this video till the end, and if you're new to this channel, if you're seeing my face for the very first time, then consider subscribing for more such marketing case studies. I keep coming up with regular content on digital marketing and personal branding. So without any further ado, let's get to it.
डिजिटल निब्यूला आपका अपना डिजिटल मार्केटर.
So now, to understand the strategy that really worked for Lijjat Papd, we need to understand the history of Lijjat Papd. Right? This dates back to 1950, when India was fairly, underdeveloped. The literacy rates were too low, especially for women. Those were around 8%, which means that 8% women in the country were only educated, rest were illiterate. And therefore the revenue streams for women were too low, and that is the period where seven sisters, as you see on the screen as well, they were given 80 rupees of capital by some of their relatives, and they decided to make papads out of it and sell it locally in their streets. Since the taste of that papad was so good that shops started buying papads from them, and that is how they started scaling up their brand, right? But that is not it. Just like any other brand, they did not go about just adopting strategies and increasing their particular expenses and building factories and everything. No, they did not do that. They were still making papads from their households, and what they did instead is they started hiring more and more women, because hiring women was dirt cheap at that time, because Lijjat Papd was one of the rarest revenue streams for women which allowed them to work from home. So what they did is, instead of investing in factories and those costly equipments, they made a plan that they will hire women, right? They will ask them to prepare the the atta of that particular papad in their homes, and they gave them simple machines that could help them do that. The papad makers, steel papad makers, they could prepare those papads at their home, and then they could come to a central location where they submitted those papads. Those were checked for quality, and then they were giving the revenue. Right? So the core value that was established by these seven sisters was to empower women. Right? Their core value was not to make money, not to have such high dreams. They just wanted to empower the women in this country, to empower each and every woman who strives to earn money or who wants to support her family. And that is what worked for them. They did not call their employees treat their employees as employees. They called them as Lijjat sisters. And they were made partners in the company. They were given a kind of stocks in the company, that if the revenue of the company increased, then these Lijjat bands would get a particular percentage of that growth, right? So apparently, if I know that if I put in my extra efforts and the company is going to grow and I am going to get a certain percentage out of that profit, I'll give my 110%. And that is what brands like Starbucks also do. That each and every employee in their company has a particular stake in the company, has access to stocks of that particular company, and they are considered as partners rather than employees. But the difference is, it took MBA masterminds in Starbucks to do that, but in case of Lijjat Papd, they were able to do it without MBA, without any kind of educational background. These were seven simple women who just started out their brand with 80 rupees and could come up with this idea of inclusiveness, and could stick to their core values in a span of 62 years, right? This is a 62-year-old journey. As you see on the screen, this is a kind of picture from 1950s and how they started, right? And now, as of now, the growth story, to tell you a glimpse of their growth story, they are now scaling up to around more than 42,000 employees with more than 62 branches, and they are exporting their papads to 15 locations in total. So that is the kind of growth story. And as you see on the screen, this is the central location where all women came collectively. They submitted their papads. The weight was measured, and based on the weight, the amount was given. And there were instances when people from Lijjat Papd used to visit their homes for quality checks and everything, so that they made sure that the product quality was never compromised. As you see on my screen, the market share, the organized market share of Papad, Lijjat has 60% of the organized market share of Papad, and then the other players are below 20%. So that is the kind of dominance this brand has had, and the strategy that worked for them is inclusiveness. So if you have a brand, if you are a small business, if you are doing personal branding, and if you have someone helping you, follow the practice of inclusiveness, because the key to marketing is to first market your idea effectively within your organization, right? If your employees believe in you, if your employees trust you, then they will show the right face of the brand. They will market your brand in the right manner to the target consumers. So first, it's about marketing your values, your vision to your own people rather than just bringing it out in front of the public, right? That is one key takeaway in marketing, in digital marketing, or in any aspect of life that we can take from this video, that I could take from this particular case study. And that is it from my side. I would request you to hit that like button, comment down below your views, and share this with all your friends who would be interested to watch this case study, so that it helps, first of all, in your learning, second, the YouTube algorithm in pushing this video to more and more people, and also your one like, your one subscribe will really motivate me to come up with more such case studies in the future. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and stay safe. Thank you.